Hi guys, Mrs. Castle here, and I'm going to show you some things about Autodesk Sketchbook, and that icon is right here. It's the orange icon with the pencil, and it says Sketchbook underneath it. So I'm going to click on that, and when most of you open it up, it's going to have just a blank sheet of paper, and you're going to be ready to draw right away. Now, let me give you a short tour so you kind of know what's what on here. Over here, there are drawing tools, lots of drawing tools. I can scroll up and down, and if you want to see more tools, you click on that little icon right there, and it has a bunch of drawing tools in there. Yeah, lots and lots of different things to choose from. For this, I would like you to choose some type of pencil. There's drawing pencils, you know, all of like a mechanical pencil and all of these pencils, or there are different kinds of pens, like, you know, like the Copic markers. Don't pick a big fat one, pick one of the thinner ones. At this point, you are not adding color, so you don't really need to worry about that very much. But pick something, pick a tool that's pencil-like. I'll pick that marker. Drawing is really the only thing that, you might use some of the tools up here if you're choosing like non-objective for your topic, and I'll find some pieces in acrylic or watercolor that are non-objective so you can see those. Over here, there's a color picker. There are several colors that you can choose from, and if you don't like any of those, and honestly, I really don't, so I'm gonna click up there at the top, and that gives me my color picker, and I've got billions of colors right here. I can choose the color by sliding around this way or back and forth along here. I think this one's a little bit easier because I have more control over exactly where I stop if I want that color right there. It's easier to do it here where it's larger rather than down here where it's teeny tiny. I can make those colors darker or like more or less saturated. This is very saturated. That would be like the hue, and these would be, we didn't talk about, what's the word? We talked about shades, a tone. We did not talk about tones. This is like adding gray to your color. This is tints down up here and shades down here. Okay, so that's where you would find those colors if we would need them. At this point, we don't need them. I'm just going to use black, like for pencil. Okay. Now, sometimes I find when I draw that these menus get in my way. So I'm going to click this little icon with the 3 lines around the side. Those are the little menus. I'm going to click that, and those are going to go away. Now, that little mark is on there, and I don't like it. I'm going to click on this. I can choose an eraser and erase that, or I can click undo. Okay, so I'm going to get rid of that. Then I can just start drawing. Oops, I didn't. I'm still on eraser, so I got to go back to the tool that I chose, which was that marker. Okay. All right. Now, if I had chosen landscape to do, then I'm going to start drawing my landscape. And okay. One thing to think about, larger things are closer to the bottom of our drawing. Draw some branches on my tree. And let's see if I want, okay, that's a spot where an eraser would be a good thing.
Pardon the interruption. If you brought garbage bags to school for the garbage bag collection, Miss Phillips would like you to bring them to the lounge by the end of the day. So bring your garbage bags to the lounge by the end of the day. Thank you.
All right, that little spot was a place where I wanted to use an eraser rather than undo. So that little dot I can get rid of doing undo with no problem. Okay, larger things are closer to the bottom edge of your workspace, and smaller things are going to be farther away. So if I draw a tree that would be large, but I draw it very small, and that's challenging to do. If you want to use a stylus, I highly recommend that you use a stylus. Okay, sadly the Apple Pencil doesn't work with this. And then I'm going to draw some hills, and actually I'm going to make my pencil point. I can add some hills beyond there if I want. If you do mountains, don't make them like that, because mountains rarely look like that. So I need to undo that. Okay, so I'm going to make a road. Coming down.
Pardon the interruption. Can I have the 6 ISs for each team? This is Avis and Caroline and Mary. Please meet me in the media center in Kelly Morris. Please meet me in the media center. 6 IPs, special ed teachers, Loretta, Caroline, Mary, please meet me in the media center. Thank you.
Oops, I forgot to go back to my tool. Okay, so, and think about how big your road is compared to things that are nearby. So if my road is teeny tiny like that compared to the tree, it doesn't look very much like a road. But when I made it wider, that made a little bit more sense. The same thing can be true of clouds in the sky. It's like the higher they are closer to the top of the paper, the more realistic, or the closer they're going to look, and the farther away the ones close to the to the hills in the background are going to be. Your landscape does not have to be a country scene like this. You can do a cityscape. I picked an artist, a female watercolorist who is living and working now, who did all city buildings, and it's a very, very nice watercolor painting. So I want you to see that. So if that's one of my thumbnails, so my whole space is filled up pretty well. There's no really big, huge, empty spots. So that's plenty enough detail. Okay, so I want to get a new paper. Oops. Gallery, save current set sketch. Okay, then I'm going to click the plus, new sketch, create. now I'm ready to do a new one. If you choose to do something that's non-objective, that's just kind of shapes and colors and stuff like that, there are a couple of tools here that you might find helpful. There's like circles and square, or they call ovals and rectangles, but you can make them quite round by how you pull it out. If I go more diagonally, that's going to be more round. And oops. And I thought I was able to move that.
Kelly Morris, back to the office, please. We found Mrs. Gelber for you. Kelly Morris, back to the office.
If I want to make concentric circles, I kind of got to start outside and rectangles kind of work the same way. And if you're doing something like this, you don't have to use those. You can draw your own shapes. So I'm going to turn that off, and I can make some more, or I can make organic shapes. Oops. Come on. Why do I keep getting that? I don't know. And this I kind of want to be fairly full of drawing also. Yeah, I'm not super happy with this drawing, but you get the idea. So do 3 drawings. I know 3, this many, 1, 2, 3, and I would not keep this. I don't like it, but it's the idea with non-objective. So you can also do still life, which is things sitting on a table. You'll see some examples of that in the little slideshow that I put together for you. Okay, so that's a brief tour of Sketchbook. You'll hear more about this. I'll make a separate video. Never mind. Okay, that's it for right now.